Um, Ever wonder what it's like to feel completely alone, even when you're standing next to someone? And Luke Fourniotis from Married at First Sight recently opened up about the crushing isolation he experienced throughout his marriage to Melissa Akbay. He described the first dinner party as uh, a turning point, a night that forced him to relive feelings of loneliness. It wasn't the drama or the cameras that hurt, but the stark realization that he and Melissa weren't connecting. While other couples laughed and bonded, Luke noticed a painful distance between himself and his wife. They were the only ones who weren't cooking, and it was impossible to ignore. He watched as Melissa effortlessly uh, connected with everyone else, her warmth and humor shining through. Um, but when she turned to him, there was nothing. It was a heartbreaking contrast, a clear sign that she didn't want that connection with him. Um, um, Despite the growing distance, Luke held on to hope. Uh, it was early days, and he believed she might just need time to warm up. He kept asking himself what he was doing wrong, desperate to find a way to bridge the gap. He repeatedly asked Melissa what he could do to build attraction, uh, but his pleas were met with a disheartening response. There was nothing else he could do. It felt like a dead end, um, a frustrating lack of effort on her part. Watching the other couples thrive only intensified his pain. He wanted that experience, that feeling of connection, um, and shared joy, uh, but it felt impossible, like he was watching a dream unfold for everyone else. But himself, he admitted it was a punch to the gut. He wanted that experience too, with to walk into that first dinner party with someone you're getting along with. Um, I say play by myself. Um, it was hard to see others find happiness when his own marriage was crumbling. And the moment became even more painful when he heard Melissa tell the experts she was willing to make an effort with the right man. Uh, it hurt knowing she wasn't willing to put in that effort with him. Luke believes that the pressure to force romance needed to be lifted. Right now, they didn't even have a friendship, and that's the most basic building block. Um, he needed a friend first before anything else could even begin. Uh, he was overwhelmed by the public support, finding validation in the fact that others understood how he was feeling. It helped him trust his instincts and know that his feelings were valid. Um, Several castmates reached out, admitting they hadn't realized how bad things were. They confirmed that Melissa hadn't given Luke any effort from the start. It seems images from early in their marriage now paint a clearer picture. Photos show Melissa wandering Sydney alone, uh, seemingly withdrawn and lost in thought. Meanwhile, Luke was photographed upbeat and smiling, enjoying a solo jog. Um, Insiders claim that Melissa made it clear early on that she wasn't attracted to Luke and had no interest in building a connection, or uh, uh, she didn't lean in, she leaned away. And it did term not that real time. She also showed no curiosity in Luke's family. She was cold to Luke behind closed doors, but completely different with everyone else. It was a heartbreaking contrast, a clear sign that she wasn't invested in their marriage. And so, what's the moral of the story? Sometimes, despite our best efforts, connections just aren't there. Um, and sometimes the hardest part isn't the drama, but the quiet realization that you're completely alone, even when you're standing next to someone. It's almost like trying to parallel park a boat. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,